What's up, everybody? This is Prepper Princess, and this video is going to be about the cost of just being lazy and not shopping around. What is the true cost of just not making a few phone calls? What is the true cost of just truly shopping around? Let's get to it. All right, folks, don't forget to check out my book, Living on Almost Nothing. But right now we are going to talk about long-term expenses. Aren't charts lovely? Okay, so simply shopping around, making a couple of phone calls can save you over $100,000 or $28,000 per year, and I'm going to explain how. And these are simple things. These do not decrease your quality of life. First thing we're going to talk about is cable. The average American has a cable bill of $116. I pay $0. I do not go to the library. Well, I guess I do go to the library and rent DVDs when the feeling so moves me, but I have a Roku box that just provides all the movies and TV shows and entertainment that I could possibly need. It is a one-time cost of $25 to $50 depending on which Roku box you want. And then you can get rid of cable, you can get rid of satellite forever and save yourself $116 per month. I'll leave a link for my book as well as the Roku down in the description. I always recommend these to everyone. But don't just look at it as, oh, I could save $116 a month. That's nothing. Okay, well, after 5 years, it's $1,392. After 10 years, it's $69.60. Sorry, after 5 years, it's $69.60. And at 10 years, you just spent $13,920 on something you could have gotten equally as good for free. For free. I mean, tell me, is The Walking Dead really worth $13,920? Buy the DVD box set once it's done. Buy all the seasons and you're still going to come out. Most people only watch between 1 and 6 channels anyway, and the majority of that stuff you can get on a Roku box. The second one is a car. The average car payment is now $563 a month. What people do is they will own a car for 4 to 6 years, sometimes 7 or 8, now that the leasing and the borrowing of money can now be extended out so many years. But once that contract ends and they no longer have payments, they typically go out and buy another new car, because people have something in their mind that says payments are a way of life. You know, my car's paid off, so I need a new one. Just because your car's paid off does not mean that the engine is going to fall out tomorrow, okay? But after 10 years, you're looking at a savings of $67,560. So if you buy a car in month 1 and you buy it for, I don't know, $4,000 or $6,000, depending on what you're looking at, you can even get a beater for $1,500. You're looking at saving at least $60,000. Cell phone. Everybody's like, I love my cell phone. Well, have you ever tried anything different? Because if you haven't tried it, you don't know. You might like a different cell phone service just as much, or you might like it even more. As you all know, I switched from AT&T for $74 a month down to a cell phone at Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I'll leave a link in the description. But the average American has a cell phone bill of $70 per month minus $15. You may think, okay, well, $55 isn't really that much, but it all adds up over time. You have to look at over time. Over time, 10 years, you're looking at $8,400 versus my $1,800. That's 1/8 the price after 10 years. Property taxes. So when people are looking for a prospective property, they look at the price of the house, and then they look at, can I make the payment? But that's pretty much all they look at. They don't look at the property taxes in each state to determine, you know, the cost of housing as well as the property tax. So if you buy a house in Colorado and you're thinking of moving to Wyoming or Montana, you have to look at the property tax, because if you're moving to a state that has a higher property tax and you have a higher dollar amount house, that property tax can add up to so much over time. So the average property tax bill, it's not really monthly, per year is $1,578 minus $450. I have a low-cost house in a low-cost state, so I have low-cost property taxes. That was one of the considerations I took in when I moved here. Over 10 years, you're $15,780 versus my $4,500. That's a comma moved over. You know, that's a lot of money. Clothing. So the average person spends $161 on clothing per month. Really? Okay, so I haven't bought clothing in at least a year, other than a pack of new underwear, which was like $10 on Amazon Basics. But I just put in $10 just to be on the safe side in case I need like a new pair of shoes or something. And then it averages out to 10 a month or 120 a year. And then after 10 years, you're looking at my $1,200 versus your $19,320. I try to stay the same shape. In fact, if you look at some of my older videos that are 4 or 5 years old, you will see that I am wearing the same clothes, even the same jewelry. You see that I'm wearing the same things. Internet. So I had this problem too. There's only 2 internet services here. One of the things about internet that you need to educate yourself on is streaming. So streaming on a Roku box, for instance, you are required to have a minimum speed of 3 megabits per second in order to stream. I have not run into an internet company that offers less than 6, even at their lowest possible amount. A lot of these internet companies do not advertise the lower speeds because they want you paying more for the higher speeds. They also want you to bundle phone, internet, and cable, and they try and tell you that it's a lower cost to you, but really it's not. So internet, average person pays 60. I got mine down from 74 to 37, so I cut it in half. And I asked for the slowest non-advertised speed, and I asked what speed it was, and they said it's between 6 and 9 megs. And when they came to install, I said I'm not going to have it installed unless it's verified. They came to install, and it is coming in at 8 megabits per second. So I'm able to stream. No buffering, no problems. It's working great. I watch TV based on my internet. I can be on YouTube or checking my accounts or emailing my friends all at the same time. No problem. After 10 years, you're looking at 7,200 versus my 4,400. That's about half. About half. Now, here's the thing. After 10 years, you're looking at a difference of $106,320. That's how much you're paying for all of these things. Versus, and then you divide it by, per year, you're looking at $10,000 a year that you're paying just extra. Just extra. Yours versus mine. Or the average American versus mine is over $10,000 extra per year. If you were to take this money in the beginning and invest it, let's say a very conservative amount, the S&P has averaged 10% over the last 100 years, but let's say you do half that. You're looking at $17,510 per year that you could be earning as opposed to spending. Is that even coming up? It's too short. Too short. There we go. At a 7% rate, you're looking at $21,366, and at 10%, you're looking at $28,781. So this is not just a cost on a monthly basis. If you look at it long term, you're looking at it costing $28,781 per month if you had invested it. That's how much it costs people, just by making a few phone calls. And this is not even including your entertainment, your dining out, your medical expenses, your vacations. This is just stuff in your home that you can make a few phone calls and see, can we get that lower? Okay, I see that you have that internet speed. Do you have anything slower for low income folks, or disabled, or elderly, or military, or a nice gal discount? Do you have a nice lady discount? I'm nice, so can you give me a discount on that? So all of these things add up, and it's something that you should be going over at least every 6 months to a year. And it's really not a lot of work. I mean, if you look at this, there's only 6 things listed. That's 6 different phone calls. Okay, and let's go ahead and throw in car insurance too. So make a phone call to your car insurance, see if you can get it cheaper, and that's going to bring you out ahead even more. For people who are like, I like my cell phone. I liked my cell phone too. So, I liked my AT&T for $74 a month. It never let me down. I've had Mint Mobile for like 6 months now, still hasn't let me down. It's even better than AT&T with more gigs, more data. So you have to step out of your comfort zone, especially with your cell phone. It's just a cell phone, right? It's just a cell phone service. Just look for it, you know. And there's a lot of Wi-Fi. Even if you don't have cell phone service, you can use Wi-Fi at like Starbucks, McDonald's, pretty much any big box store. You know, any grocery store is going to have free Wi-Fi to their customers. So you can use Wi-Fi calling to call people. You can use Wi-Fi to text people. There's ways to get by without a cell phone at all. You can go to your library and sit outside and upload and download and make phone calls till the cows come home. But if you want cell service, go with something cheaper. There are in fact free options, but this is the cheapest one I could find with the most data. All right, folks, I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget, if you believe that you can or you believe that you can't, you are right. Prepper Princess out. This is not working. I think it needs a new battery.